When the gates of Buckingham Palace close and the City of London falls silent, a different world awakens inside. This is a world governed not by public schedules and photo calls, but by a set of intensely personal, almost fanatical rituals, routines that have defined King Charles III for decades. These are the unseen moments, the quiet habits performed away from the cameras that reveal the true nature of the man who now wears the crown. They speak of discipline, of immense pressure, and of a lifelong search for order in a world of chaos. And some of them are stranger than you could ever imagine. Forget the pomp and ceremony. We are about to pull back the curtain on the king's private life, exploring the 10 secret nighttime and daily rituals he still performs.
And with this
From the
signature,
precise temperature
I
of his
seal the
bathwater
fate of a
to the
nation.
obsessive late-night work that never ends, this is the story of how a monarch prepares to face his kingdom, one peculiar habit at a time. Number 1. The valet's final call. All of these rituals culminate in a final sequence of events orchestrated by his personal valet. From drawing the bath to pressing the pajamas and placing the toothpaste on the brush, the entire evening is a carefully choreographed performance. The king's reliance on his valet for this intricate routine is absolute. This system allows him to move through his evening with minimal friction, preserving his mental energy for the red boxes and the weight of his responsibilities. It is the ultimate expression of a life dedicated to duty, where every personal comfort is systematized to serve a greater purpose. The man is inseparable from the institution he leads, even in his most private moments. Why it matters, this complete system of delegation reveals the fundamental truth of his life. His personal identity and his public role are fused, managed by a precise, unyielding routine designed to support the crown above all else. Number 2. The red box obsession. This is perhaps the king's most important and demanding ritual. Every single night, 365 days a year, he is presented with the famous red dispatch boxes. These boxes are filled with government papers, intelligence briefings, and state documents that require his attention and signature. He often works on these boxes late into the night, sometimes until after midnight. This is not a choice. It is the constitutional duty of the monarch. This relentless solitary work is the true unseen burden of the crown, a nightly ritual of immense responsibility that has been passed down for generations. Why it matters. This is the ultimate ritual of duty, demonstrating that the job of being king never truly ends and requires a level of nightly dedication that is almost unimaginable. Number 3. The 4-minute egg. King Charles's culinary demands are legendary, and none more so than his requirement for a perfectly boiled egg. He insists that his eggs be boiled for exactly 4 minutes, no more, no less. Royal chefs have spoken of the pressure to get this right, often boiling multiple batches to ensure at least one is perfect. Whether as part of a light supper or a late-night snack, this demand for a simple food prepared with absolute precision is a microcosm of his entire worldview. He values craftsmanship, consistency, and getting things right, even with something as humble as an egg. It's another small island of perfect order in his life. Why it matters. This obsession with a perfectly executed simple task reflects his broader philosophy, that excellence is achieved through precision and a refusal to compromise on standards, no matter how small. Number 4. The skipped lunch. While not strictly a nighttime ritual, one of King Charles's most defining habits profoundly shapes his evenings. He does not eat lunch. His former press secretary confirmed that the king sees lunch as a luxury that gets in the way of his work. This means he works straight through the day, powered by a light breakfast. This habit means that by the time evening arrives, he is ready for a substantial meal and a structured end to his day. It contributes to his legendary work ethic and discipline, but also means his entire daily rhythm is different from most people's. culminating in a highly anticipated evening meal. Why it matters. This demonstrates his unwavering, almost ascetic, devotion to his duties, prioritizing work over personal comfort in a way that dictates the entire structure of his day and night. Number 5. The pre-dinner martini. As the official workday ends and the evening begins, the king observes a specific ritual to decompress, a pre-dinner martini. Staffers have noted that this isn't a casual affair, it's a fixed point in his schedule. He is known to enjoy either a dry martini or, on special occasions, a 50-50 mix of gin and dry vermouth. This isn't about indulgence, but about transition. The martini acts as a clear boundary, marking the end of his duties as head of state and the beginning of his private evening. It's a moment to pause, reflect, and shift his mindset before dinner and his late-night work. Why it matters. This ritual serves as a crucial psychological tool, allowing him to compartmentalize his life and create a clear separation between his public duties and his private time. Number 6. The travelling comforts. When King Charles travels, his nighttime routine travels with him. He reportedly brings his own orthopedic bed, his personal toilet seat, and even his preferred brand of toilet paper. This isn't just a preference for luxury, it's a necessity for a man who needs his environment to be a perfect replica of home to function at his best. This ensures that no matter where he is in the world, from a foreign palace to a rural estate, the core elements of his private life remain unchanged. It minimizes disruption and allows him to maintain the strict schedule that has governed his life for over 70 years. Why it matters. This ritual reveals a man who relies on extreme consistency in his personal environment to cope with the constant change and high-pressure demands of his public role. Number 7. The ironed shoelaces. This habit extends beyond his nighttime routine, but is a fundamental part of his daily preparation. Every single pair of King Charles's shoelaces are ironed flat by a valet. After his shoes are polished to a mirror shine, the laces are painstakingly pressed before being relaced into the shoes. This level of detail might seem absurd to an outsider, but within the royal household, it is simply the standard. For Charles, it's about upholding an image of perfection and order down to the smallest detail. It reflects the immense pressure he feels to be impeccably turned out at all times, a symbol of stability and tradition. Why it matters. This obsessive attention to detail showcases his belief that a monarch's image is a reflection of the monarchy itself, and that no detail is too small to be overlooked. Number 8. The toothpaste mandate. One of the most talked about details of Charles's routine involves his dental hygiene. It has been widely reported by former members of his household staff that the king does not squeeze his own toothpaste. A valet is tasked with applying exactly 1 inch of toothpaste onto his brush every evening. This seemingly extreme level of service has been a part of his life since he was a young prince. It speaks to a life so scheduled and supported that even the most minor personal tasks are delegated. It's a system designed to conserve his time and energy for matters of state, but it also paints a picture of a man somewhat disconnected from ordinary life. Why it matters. It's a stark illustration of the bubble of service that surrounds the monarch, highlighting a life where every minute detail is managed by others to maximize his efficiency. Number 9. The perfect bath. Before retiring, the king takes a bath, but this is no ordinary soak. The instructions are military grade in their precision. According to former royal staff, the bathtub must be filled to exactly 7 inches, and the water must be just lukewarm, never hot. Even the bath plug must be facing a specific direction. This ritual is overseen by a valet who is tasked with getting it right every single time. It's a moment of quiet solitude for the king, but one that is still rigidly structured. The consistency of the ritual is the entire point, a predictable, unchanging anchor at the end of a demanding day. Why it matters? This demonstrates his deep-seated need for predictability and routine, using a simple bath as a tool to de-stress and reset his mind within a tightly controlled framework. Number 10. The pressed pajamas every evening as King Charles prepares for bed, a simple yet non-negotiable ritual takes place. His pajamas must be perfectly pressed, not just smoothed over, but crisply ironed by a valet, ensuring there isn't a single crease. This small detail is part of a much larger pattern of personal presentation that extends even into his sleep. This isn't just about luxury, it's about maintaining a standard. For a man whose entire life has been one of public scrutiny, control over his immediate environment is paramount. The pressed pajamas are the first step in an evening routine designed to impose order and calm on a life that is anything but. Why it matters? It establishes a baseline of absolute precision and control that carries through every other aspect of his private life, revealing a man who finds comfort in meticulous standards. And that brings us to the end of our journey through the strange dining rituals King Charles still follows today. These quiet habits, some ancient, some deeply personal, reveal far more about the man behind the crown than any public appearance ever could. If you enjoyed exploring this hidden side of royal life, take a moment to let me know. Leave a comment with the ritual that surprised you the most. I read every single one. And if you learned something new, tap the like button so this story reaches more people who love royal mysteries as much as you do. Most importantly, make sure you subscribe before you go. There are so many more royal secrets, rituals, and forgotten traditions coming, and I'd love to have you with us for the next chapter. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.